Hi Kanchi, I have a few questions for you. Are you ready?
Sure.
What's the first thing you do when you wake up?
I wake up and I look at a picture of my guru, that is Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi. So no matter where I am, where I go, I always have a picture of him, and I try to look at this picture when I wake up.
Okay. How do you define enlightenment in one sentence? What's your favorite spiritual practice? What's your go-to mantra or affirmation?
So anything during the day, anything happens, I'm always going Om Namah Shivaya. That is one thing. Affirmation, I can say to ground myself, I will always tell myself that I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm the self. It started with me saying I'm the supreme pure self, but I think the word supreme and pure are kind of redundant. So I just remind myself of my real state.
Tea or coffee? Which do you prefer during meditation?
See, before meditation, I prefer coffee, and tea when I'm traveling. If I want to think, tea is good. But for writing and even for meditation, for some reason, I prefer coffee. Though people say that coffee, makes them think too much or increases their vata, I prefer coffee before meditation.
If you could meet any spiritual figure from history, who would it be?
Every single one of them. So main thing I would say, I would love to spend some time with Ramana Maharshi. But since I go there to Ramana Ashram and I spend a lot of time there, I never feel like he's not there. He's not physically there. I never feel his absence. But otherwise, there are a lot of masters, a lot of gurus I would love to meet and spend time with.
What's your favorite sacred text?
I would say if I have to carry one book to my grave, I would say it's Avadut Gita. Nothing resonates with me more than Avadut Gita. It is the teachings given by Bhagavan Dattatreya to Parashurama. And it resonates with me, and I would say it's pure like bliss. Just reading that is it's amazing.
How do you deal with stress?
I ask myself who's feeling it. So everybody goes through stress, and everybody has these days when you're feeling low and you're sad or angry, depressed. So whenever possible, I try to ground myself. Like I said, I'll always come back to the self. And I also sometimes ask myself, if I'm too far away, my mind is very agitated or something, I'll ask myself, who's feeling this, why, who is feeling this, and I try to come back to the core, to the center.
What's one misconception people have about spirituality?
They feel, generally, people think there is the material path, materialistic path, and the spiritual path. But I would say the spiritual path is at the center of the material path. It is the cream, it is the core essence of our mundane existence. So it is not something separate. There is matter, and at the heart of it, there is spirit.
Do you believe in past lives?
Of course.
What's your favorite spiritual retreat location?
I would say Arunachala Kshetra, that is Ramana Ashram in Tiruvannamalai. I would say, I can't even call it favorite retreat or anything. It's like home for me. I would say that is my favorite. Other than that, I love Badrikashrama, Badrinath in the Himalayas, Gangotri, the forest, the national park here in Gangotri River. I love this space, so yeah.
Can you describe meditation in one word?
I am.
What's your favorite sound to meditate to?
The sound of breathing, inhalation and exhalation. Soham, soham. So I love this. And also I love, love to meditate near a river stream. So I love the sound of water.
If you could teach only one lesson for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I would say surrender.
Do you have a spiritual role model?
See, it's my guru is Ramana Maharshi. I would say is my role model, is everything in my life. So I try to, learn from him. You can't be like him, so at least, learn from his teachings.
What's your go-to for grounding yourself quickly?
Just coming back to the self, just meditating on the self or abiding as the self.
What book do you recommend to everyone on a spiritual path?
See, I said Avadut Gita is my favorite book, but I would say it's not for everybody. There is another book called Abhinava Vijayam, which I have written. But I think this, if you want to know about dharma, if you want to know about spiritual practice, you want to know, the steps to realization. So everything is in this. It's a Dharma Shastra, it's a Niti Pata. So I would say for anybody from a beginner to an advanced sadhaka, I would suggest Abhinava Vijayam for that.
If you had one superpower, what would it be?
I don't like to be seen, though I am on YouTube and I'm in front of the camera a lot. I don't like to be seen generally. So I would say becoming invisible, disappearing. I love this.
What's your spiritual animal or symbol?
I would say my spirit animal, I would say, is I love the Black Panther. So I think I love the way it is and the energy it has, So I really resonate with that. I like the idea of a Black Panther.
What's the most important lesson life has taught you so far?
That everything is temporary, nothing is permanent, and no matter how big you think you are not. You are nothing in this whole existence. You are not, as an individual, you're of no value to the universe.
Thank you. That was great.
If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe. And thanks for watching. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below.